All right, y'all. We are live. Did my voice crack? We are live on this beautiful Sunday evening. Blessings to everybody. In the name of the Messiah, Jesus, Yeshua, I do pray everybody is super blessed. It's going to be a good stream tonight, y'all. We're going to be talking about this weekly candle close, the bearishness of the charts. We're going to be talking about more FUD coming out about this whole FTX, SBF, and other acronym situations. Going to be going over some TA, guys. Make sure to like the video. If we can get 750 likes on this Sunday evening, we'll be giving away 500 USDT. In addition to that, guys, we will be live soon. All right, y'all. Well, we are live on this beautiful evening. It's a cold one, guys. It's the winter. Crypto winter is officially here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to iSpanky. Shout out to KPKP. Shout out to Greg Go Forth. You dig the intro music? I also dig the intro music. That's why I chose the intro music. Shout out to Edgar Parra, who says, yo, 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 pattern watchers. Guys, I am going to be doing a collab with Tino from Traders Reality very soon, so I'm stoked on that. Want to get into this crypto price action, guys, because, yeah, we just had a weekly candle close, and as you can see, it was this kind of doji candle right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Take a look at this weekly close here. This doji right here. That is typically an indecision type candle. And when we look at these charts in general, guys, things are looking kind of bearish. We have some more bearish, fuddish news coming out. And I kind of want to just go over where my mind is at as we go into the new week. A few things, guys. Make sure to FOMO into the like button, because if we can get 750 likes on here, we will be giving away 500 USDT. Shout out to Buick Mania. How are the chickens doing? They're doing good, honestly. I am gonna wear a green jumper, by the way, for the collab with Tino. Also, guys, right now Bybit is giving me 0 limit order fees. If you sign up using my affiliate link in the description of this video, you can get 0 limit order fees for a month. I typically don't show exchanges, guys, but this is legitimately a good deal. If you're trading these markets, especially if you're scalping these low volatility areas, having to pay getting no limit fees is a good deal. So if you're into that, I do have that promotion going on right now. Yeah, so let's pop right into these charts, guys. So right now, before we get into the super macro, I kind of just want to go back. This has been a very low week of low volatility here. Pretty much, I did not take a single trade last week because I was pretty much waiting to either take out 17K or basically take out this low right here. And actually, we did in fact get a little chickens drink water down here. If we take a look at the 12-minute time frame, we can see that when we came down to this level right here, this chickens drinking water level, we did so with the coveted, well, it's the Sam Bankman-Fried uneven man boob pattern here. We can see market cipher B giving us this momentum wave nice and deep, okay, with the green dot. Then we have this second momentum wave, another green dot right here, but we can see that the momentum waves are getting higher here, just like SBF's boobies. And so it can make for a nice little CDW, right? A nice little long trade right here. Now, presently, guys, I'm still obviously holding my shorts because I do think that there's actually a pretty good chance that we could come lower here. When we take a look at this range, we can see that although it's very possible that we do like come back up to these highs and just start forming a range here, when we zoom out, a few things that we really have to take note of. First of all, okay, when we take a look at the weekly time frame, actually we could even take a look at the monthly time frame, and I'm going to go back in time actually to a long time ago. Basically, I want to take a look at this high right here. This old high right here. From the 2019 bull run. This is pretty much our next area of support after losing these key areas of support right here, okay? When we take a look at the move to the upside on the monthly time frame, this is the weekly time frame, but we can see that besides these two little weekly order blocks that we had right here, which we've already found support at, we don't have anything until we retest this high right here. And there's a lot of FUD coming out right now about the FTX hack and stuff like that. For example, turns out that whoever hacked FTX basically they hacked FTX and took all that money and put it into ETH, and now they're selling the ETH, right? So basically, the FTX hacker is now actively dumping the ETH. He's dumped about 15 million ETH in the past 30 minutes. I mean, this is a while ago, right? And so you got this kind of FUD stuff coming out, and when we look at the chart, we can see that there is still a lot more downward potential here. Now, I don't want to get super bearish. However, we do have to be aware that typically, well, I shouldn't say typically, but we've seen things like at the end of, not even at the end of, but that final capitulation during a bear market tends to happen with a lot of horrible things that happen all at once, and people literally lose hope in the asset, and that's when the actual bottom comes in. If we take a look at the 12-hour time frame, it does look like we can get a little bit more downside with the money flow coming down, this momentum wave coming down a little bit more. When we take a look at the daily time frame, we're getting another red dot on the daily, and the context of this red dot on the daily is continuation of the money flow getting lower. It's also coming in after we got this very bearish upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boobs on the daily time frame, right? I think it's important when we're just looking at these high time frames, the context of this whole market is when we came up here, this was an area where, you know, we were looking to short, right? I mean, I was looking to short it. I did short it, kind of, right? I'm pretty sure I live streamed. I shorted here. Then I got, let me go to a lower time frame. I shorted and then got stopped out over the weekend because we came up for one last higher high. Yeah. I shorted it right here, I'm pretty sure, on this 4-hour divergence. But the context of this entire move down has been a very bearish signal on market cipher B, which is the money flow and the momentum waves getting lower on the 4-hour time frame. This is something I cannot remember ever seeing this actually on Bitcoin before. If you ever see on market cipher B upside down SFB, and the money flow is also getting lower as that price is getting higher on the 4-hour time frame, this is like a macro top signal, right? We didn't even have this at 69K. We had something very similar, but this is like a macro top signal. We even had this on the daily time frame. And so as I'm kind of looking at this play out here, this is actually the first trigger wave that we've had on the daily since putting in that top, right? This whole range that we've kind of traded here, we're currently right now getting another red trigger wave to the downside. And so there is a lot of potential for lower prices here. And the reason why, and you guys who follow the channel, you know, I'm not overly bearish, especially after lots of dumpage. I typically don't get bearish after lots of dumpage. But the reality is we've broken down from a range that we had been trading in for almost half a year, right? This 17.5K level that we had on our chart right here. Whoops, hang on. 17.5K level that we had on our chart right here. We lost it, we back tested it, and then we've been unable to break 17K since then. And so we just have to objectively look at this and say, we don't have much support below us here, and unless we're able to reclaim these important areas of resistance above us, and I'll get into exactly what those are in a minute, but unless we can reclaim those, we have to be looking for more downside. Now, something else that I think we have to keep in mind is the fact that, you know, we do have, especially if we come to the monthly time frame here, just looking at the monthly, this level that we have right here around 14,000, like 13,900 to 14K, give or take, is a zone of very important support, because this is the monthly close of the last bull market in 2017, and then it's the top of the fake bull run that we had in 2019, right? So as I'm going back and looking at this, I think it's very interesting to see that basically we put in this monthly level of resistance back here in 2017. Then we tried to test it again in 2019. And then finally, when we did break out of it, we can see that even on the breakout, we had for a month, it acted as resistance for a little bit. And then that second month of the breakout, November 2020, on Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure, we even came back and dumped down back into this level. And so what I'm kind of seeing here is this is the next major area of support. And if we're going to come back down into this area, then we have to be aware that $3,000 is the bottom of this range that we could potentially come back into, right? Like when we look at this chart, unless we can reclaim, first of all, we're going to have to reclaim 17.3K. That's level number one that we have to reclaim. But if we can't reclaim that, look at this chart here, right? I'm talking high-term time frame. It looks like if we definitely have nothing on the monthly time frame until we retest this high, right? And a lot of times we know that we retest highs or lows. For example, on the weekly time frame, if we take a look at what happened in June when we found that bottom at the 786, look at where we came back to test and find resistance. You'll oftentimes find that lows and highs are then back tested, right? This is a Bitstamp, but it's a zone, not necessarily a level. On Bybit, we actually hit this to the dollar, but we came and back tested that low as now resistance. And so the opposite can be looked at if we're looking at previous highs, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put on log mode here, and we could just kind of see how if we start to come back down below this level, then we're looking at this old kind of range that we got going on here, and we could even pull some volume right here and get some some nice value areas here as well, which is very interesting, right? So we've got a spike in volume right around here. So we've got pretty strong support around 14,000. Then we have the value area high around 9K. We have a high volume node around 6K. High volume node around 3 point something K. And really the lows are down in this area. So I don't mean to be overly bearish here, guys, but it is just something that we have to be aware of. And I was talking to the other night, I was on CryptoFace's channel, and Flopping Groper brought up an interesting point, which is, what if this money flow curves into the red a little bit on the monthly? That could be as if the bear market is just getting started on the monthly. Now, it doesn't mean we have to have a massive move down, but even if we come down to 3K here, right? That's another 80% move to the downside. So let's just hypothetically see if we did come down to 3K. That's like a 95, 96. We basically give back everything. We would give back everything from the Corona dump, basically. It'd be a very, very interesting retest of support. But even if that happened, right? And this is kind of how I'm looking at this, right? Even if that happened, especially when it comes to accumulating Bitcoin on spot. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not saying we're going to come to 3K. I think it's pretty likely right now, unless we can quickly reclaim 19.1 is my very important level. Unless we can quickly reclaim 19.1 and come back into this old range that we were trading from June until November, I think it's pretty likely that we come down to, between the $11,000 and $14,000 level at least. Now, I'm personally, even though I have more of this bearish outlook here, personally I'm still bullish on crypto in general, right? And so for me, even if, and I am accumulating at these prices, I purchased some Bitcoin on spot under 15,000, right? Let's say that we do come up back to, say that we do hit that 100K Bitcoin that we're all waiting for, right? If we accumulate on the way down to 3K, right? This is still a very good way to position ourselves. Of course, this is not financial advice, and I'm definitely not a financial advisor. I'm just some idiot on the internet. But if my goal is to load up my bags for the next move to the upside, which I do believe is coming, right? At some point, whether it's next year, the year after, I don't know. The year after, not sure. But if I want to load up my bags, then I want to be accumulating at these low prices when everybody is fearful and thinking that crypto's over. I'm talking about long-term investing. I'm not talking about scalp trading and margin trading and leverage trading. I'm talking about long-term hodling where we scale out of a major position looking toward new all-time highs, right? This is the kind of thing that I'm personally looking at. And I honestly get excited when I see so much FUD and so much despair in the crypto markets, because most of the people probably who were, and I don't mean to be insulting or anything like that, right? Let me clarify. A lot of people who hate crypto right now bought in these areas, right? Now, for me, I was selling in these areas, and yes, I did buy some Bitcoin at 41K. That was a big level for me. I bought some at 30K. I bought some at 25K at the 618. I bought some at 17K. Once we lost 20K, that's when it's serious, right? That's when it's serious for me. And I have bids stacked all the way down to that 3K area. And honestly lower, because why the heck not, right? What if we get a scam wick? I don't know. But, you know, when it comes to really taking some capital and growing it, these are the times when we need to get interested, at least, I'm not even saying to do anything. I'm just saying these are the times where we need to really be looking and making a plan for how are we going to take advantage of all this red, right? Because for me, and I know for a lot of you out there, these are the times where life-changing investments can be made, right? Historical bull markets have literally been life-changing for me and my family. I know for me, I would not have been able to purchase my homestead if it were not for buying Bitcoin low and selling it high. So this is, we are getting into some times where there is potentially really, really good opportunity here. Especially if we see more exchanges come down and people just totally give up on Bitcoin. That's typically when the bottom comes in, right? When all hope is lost. That is when the bottom comes in. So this is just one possibility that I'm looking at here. As, you know, if we lose, you know, it's around 14,000, right? I'm looking at this as around 14,000. It's a very clear support resistance flip. If we lose this, it opens us up to coming down to 3K. Of course, we have the intermediate levels along the way. But I want to talk about some local levels. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. Some more local levels. All right. Now, first of all, you know, like I said, I have not really taken many trades this past week here. And the reason is because, well, 2 weeks ago, we had the craziest gains in the world, right? The long trade from 19,250. This was the trade setup given in the VIP Discord to take a long from 19,250. And on that same day, when we got the bounce from 19,250, from the exact level that we were looking at, I had also given the short setup from 20,700. And we pumped up massively to that level, and we rejected literally right from that $20,700 box right there. And so I was able to hop into the short trade, and I'm currently still in that short trade. And shout out to everybody who took the trades. And there were some scalps to be taken since then in the Discord. And by the way, if anyone wants to join the Discord, where we post trade setups, we post levels every single day. We do multiple live streams a week, live trading, looking at the markets, coming up with plans, Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper to join the VIP Casper crew. Also, guys, if you want to learn how to trade this way, check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because this will give you the step-by-step process you need to always have a plan, right? How to read the charts to feel confident in your trades. Also, how to read the charts to feel confident in your trades. The course does not teach you how to proofread your website to avoid putting the same thing twice, but it will definitely teach you how to stop trading with FOMO and trading with emotions and sticking to a plan and methodically approaching these charts with a well thought out plan, right? So that is the context of the local market which we are in. We shorted from right here after putting in this very bearish divergence, right? The upside down SBF man boobs, 4-hour time frame money flow coming down. We then were able to short this lower high right here, short it all the way down, and now we have been basically consolidating in this lower range down here, unable to reclaim the areas of resistance, right? So this is where we find ourselves right now. This is the context in which we find Bitcoin right now, and this is the context in which we are going to be trading, entering into the new week, right? So there are some very interesting levels in this little area that I am personally looking at, right? If we zoom in a little bit more, let's go to the daily time frame, see what we got going on here. So we can see that, well, I'll be honest with you guys. So the only areas of support that I actually really like here would be if we were to take out this low right down here and then reclaim that level with some pretty bullish SBFs going on there, right? I'm talking like the momentum waves and the money flow getting higher as the price is losing the level and then reclaiming the level. So we would want to see something like this on market cipher B, right? We want to see the momentum getting higher as the price is getting lower and then reclaiming that level. That would be the first sign of at least a local move back to the highs of this local range. Because really this, again, this is the context in which we're trading in. So as long as we are in this little zone, I'm going to be looking to basically buy low and sell high in this little zone whenever a setup does present itself. And then to the upside right now, the areas that I'm looking to add to my short trades are going to be the following. So right now, if we take the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high that we put in when we got that massively bearish signal to the low that we just put in here, we can see that the golden pocket is coming in at about, hang on, let me go to a lower time frame for this one, guys. I need to go to a lower time frame. That golden pocket comes in at around around 19.2. We also have this very important golden pocket right here from this last high. But yeah, that 19.2 area, very, very important. 19,100 to 19,200, very, very important area because it's the local Fibonacci golden pocket from that last very important high to this very important low. In addition to that, if we take a look at all the volume that traded here, let's turn on our VPVR indicator. We can see that this 618 here is also the very high volume node, right? And what do we know about these fib levels, right? It's a high volume node. That means there's a lot of confluence there, right? 618, the 618 level. It reminds me of that girl named Six Juanita. right? That time in high school that I really had a crush on this beautiful woman. Her name was 6Juanita. What did I like about her? Well, believe it or not, she had 2 different colored eyes, right? One was this greenish color here, like this kind of green, and one was red, right? I used to call her golden pocket eyes. And basically what happened was I had a huge crush on her, and I thought she had a huge crush on me back because she would always walk with me to math class, and, you know, I would help her with her homework, and she would laugh at my jokes. She thought I was real smart, you know? I thought maybe we had a thing going on. So I finally got the, what did I get? The, what's a word I can use? I finally got the testicular fortitude to ask this woman out on a date, and she rejected me. Turns out I had been in the friend zone, right? She only liked me because I was helping her with her math homework. All this time I thought I was getting on her good side for a relationship, but no, she rejected me, and I was left standing there with this face. Okay? This is the first time I realized that Bitcoin buying the dip is not always fun, right? This is the first time a bear market really impacted me. Okay? You know, I had thoughts of Michael Saylor running through my mind here. Sell your house, buy Bitcoin. You know, if you have a business and you don't want to fire everybody, and you know, take out a loan on your business and buy Bitcoin, right? That's what I had done to ask this woman out, and she absolutely rejected me. And so this is very key resistance up here. Very, very key. If we can reclaim this golden pocket, guys, then in my mind, this is the first sign of strength, and I will actually look at this move to the downside as a fake out. Now, I do want to give one bullish scenario here, and that's this, okay? The bullish scenario is this. Oof. Let's take a look at the oof. This looks bearish. Okay, this looks bearish. This looks pretty bearish, but I want to take a look at SPX here, because there is the potential, right, that when we take a look, and okay, so I'm going to get a little technical here, guys, so bear with me. Bear with me, all right? I'm going to go to the weekly time frame on SPX. Now, SPX is at key resistance right now. So this is going to be a make it or break it moment once we start this trading week here. Okay, now I said this last week, but this weekly candle has been a doji, but it's happening at resistance. SPX did not get the move down that Bitcoin got. In fact, it continued to rally, right? It continued to rally. And when we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, things looked like they were getting ready to rally when we were trading in this area here, okay? And honestly, when we take a look at the bounce that we got from here and this wick up, it kind of does make you wonder. Typically, Bitcoin will do what SPX is doing. And could it be that the reason Bitcoin dumped is because literally it lost tons of money just from the Bitcoin market cap because of FTX, right? And so perhaps we could look at this move down as not necessarily a real move down, but more of like a, how do I say this? Like I don't know how to communicate what I'm thinking without saying something incorrect. But what I'm trying to communicate here is the market is as if it didn't get that move down. But even still, it depends on what the SPX is going to do, okay? So here's what I'm really going to be looking at for the S&P 500 when we open up tomorrow morning. Okay, we have come up into our box of resistance around this 4,000 to 4,100 area. If we are able to basically come above this and put in a higher high, coming above 4,100, and then holding this as support, that will actually make me a lot more bullish on Bitcoin, especially if we see Bitcoin come back into the range and reclaim 19,100. However, if we see a rejection here and we come in, we put in a lower high, or we simply come up and put in a higher high and get a rejection with upside down SBF boobies on the 1 hour time frame, then that is very, very bearish for Bitcoin. And right now, it's looking like we are almost setting ourselves up for getting very, very bearish divs on the S&P 500 when we open up tomorrow, right? We can foresee this, right? So, and again, guys, these are not exact levels. These are zones, right? We can be off by about 50 cents, maybe even more than 50 cents, right? Maybe even $1 or a little bit more than that, you know? But these are more just so ideas, right? Let me pop into chat real quick and see what's going on in here. Shout out to everyone in the chat, guys. Make sure to like the stream. Yeah, make sure to like the stream, guys. We got 300 people in here, only 100 likes. So, a little bit disappointing. Shout out to Bryant Miller. Shout out to Joe Mama. Shout out to, why am I trading on Sunday? I always trade on Sunday, bro. But I actually didn't really trade today. Make sure to like 6 Juanita. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to AZTV. Shout out to Kyle Sweatman. What's going on, bro? There's a Fed meeting on Wednesday. If rates are dovish, that could change everything. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that are hanging in the balance here. But pretty much like that's why for me it's I'm always a wait and see kind of guy. Right? I'm definitely not that kind of trader who takes trades based on where I think the market's going to go. That is not me. I take trades based on what is happening and what I see happening in the moment. And everyone has a different style, right? I want to take a look at Ethereum because Ethereum got a big move to the downside as well. But it's hard to say if it's because of this FTX hackers dumping ETH. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Pretty much just tracking along with what the corn is doing here. We do see some slight bullish divergences right here on the 30-minute time frame, but money flow is getting lower. Actually, before I do that, I do want to take a look at Bitcoin again. Turn on Market Cipher A real quick. Yeah, I'm going to turn on Market Cipher A real quick because I'm pretty sure I saw some pretty bearish things here. On some of these higher time frames. Could be wrong. I could have sworn I saw like a yellow X on like one of these high time frames. No, I guess not. We did get that 7-day blood diamond a while ago. That was wild. These high time frame blood diamonds are no joke, guys. Yeah, yellow X on the daily. And this is a brand new daily candle right here too. So very interesting to see this, guys. That could be prepare for some volatility here, to say the least, with a yellow X on the daily. Although the last time we had a yellow X on the daily, right here, it actually led to a pretty big move to the upside. It led to a pretty significant move to the upside. Let's check out what we actually got once that daily candle confirmed. We ended up with an 8% move up before another massive dump. So yeah, be prepared for some volatility here, guys. Let's take a look at ETH. So ETH confirmed yellow X on the daily yesterday. Yeah, so ETH is still holding the range, guys, and this is something that I think makes ETH a little bit different than Bitcoin. But right now, ETH has not lost the range, right? ETH is still hanging on in there. So this is very, very interesting to me for ETH. Now, if Bitcoin is going to lose that level at 14,000 and come back into that old 2019 area, we have to understand that for ETH, right, we're now going to be looking at trading back in this zone, okay? Now, this is crazy. I know. But ETH has had a much more volatile move up than Bitcoin has. And right now, we can see that pretty much and this is the weekly time frame, right? Besides this weekly order block right here, which has already been tapped, right? That liquidity has already been tapped into on this weekly order block that we got during the week of the early December 2020, because we put in this weekly order block right here, and then we wicked down into it, grabbed the liquidity to continue up, right? So it's not looking too strong support for me. I don't really see too strong support for ETH until we come back down to $450. And the reason for that is because this weekly order block has not been tapped into. And in addition to that, we have this weekly level right here, which for 4 weeks in a row, basically a month in a row, was resistance. And then we broke out back test as support. So we have a support resistance flip at about $450. If we lose that, then we're coming back to this old range here where we have this weekly level that was then retested as resistance, right? We had this weekly order block thingy here for 4 weeks in a row. We came back into that zone here, rejected from it. We broke out, retested that zone, and then moved up, right? So if we lose that 450 area, the next zone that I really see is at $300 ETH. And so $300 for ETH would actually be a really, really nice bottom, maybe even coming down a little bit lower to retest this last high from February of 2020, because we would grab these lows and bounce off these highs. But it's pretty weird to think what could happen if we lose this range here. And again, like, I'm not trying to be super bearish, but we do have to be realistic, and we have to come up with plans as for how we're going to accumulate these assets and what prices potentially we could see here. Because, you know, I'm not saying to go ahead and set bids down here, but what I am saying is if we lose this level that we came down to, that $900 level, and we start to see that we're losing that, then we have to be aware that, okay, if we lose that, what area should we be looking down to next? The first area is going to be that $450 zone, right? And then that next area is going to be that $300 zone, right? So these are going to be two key zones, 450, 300, where if you're looking to potentially DCA into ETH on spot and we're losing this area, those would be some areas to scoop some up on the cheap, in my opinion, which is not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm just a guy out here living in his mom's basement. Alright, it's my own basement, right? It's my own basement. I bought my own. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Mom and Casper, though. Shout out to Legends Have It, who says I'm on a different groove tonight. That's true. So Tim brings up a good point. And I'm sorry, guys, that I can't actually show the chat tonight, because it's there's something wrong with my streaming software. It's trouble loading the chats, right? But Tim says this reminds him of when everyone was waiting for a blow off top and we never got it to 100K. Yeah, so here's how I'm kind of approaching this, Tim. Because yes, there's always the possibility that we're going to bottom out. Okay? And that's personally why I've been accumulating Bitcoin at these prices, below 20K. And I'm doing it with the understanding that I'm prepared for a move all the way down to 3K, still accumulating, right? And right now, more than half of my, a little bit more than half of the capital that I have to DCA into Bitcoin is now back into Bitcoin on spot, right? So I'm already positioned nicely if this were a bottom, right? But I've still got almost half still on the table here, and the reason why I'm cautious to say that, you know, when everyone was waiting for that blow off top, first of all, you know, this whole range was just that. It was a whole range. It was half a year of ranging, basically. And, you know, right now, we don't really have anything. I mean, yeah, we don't really have anything like that, in my opinion, because this was almost, it was a year, right? 365 days, basically. This has been half a year. And also, we can determine, in my opinion, if we start to see major signs of strength. And when I say major signs of strength, I mean flipping major areas of resistance now into support, that this actually is that this was the bottom, right? And for right now, the first major level that I'm looking at is going to be 19.1, but really the major level that I am looking at is coming above this $25,000 area. If we come above this $25,000 area, and this is the same thing that I've been saying since, you know, I was long from down here, and when I was long from down here, right, because I took those longs, saying if we reclaim 25K, then that is a major sign of strength, because we are changing market structure now on these higher term time frames. And so if we start to then reclaim, come back into the range, break out of the range, hold as support, then if other signs of strength are here, like we start to see just a lot of buyers stepping into the market on high term time frames, seeing people positioning themselves, putting money back into the market. I mean, that's a big thing, right? We want to see money coming back to the market. Then we could say, okay, this could be a real reversal, and then there's still plenty of time to, if we want to, get in on a retracement or something like that, right? Or if we're looking for low leverage swing longs, right now, if, you know, for me, a low leverage swing long, very risky in this area. Buying on spot is different than low leverage swing long, because buying on spot, you always have that Bitcoin. A low leverage trade is, you know, that's still, you're still risking, you're not actually owning that Bitcoin, right? You own nothing and you're happy about it, right? That is one of the reasons why I do enjoy trading derivatives futures. So Wendell Mitchell says, any thoughts about the daily bull div? Yeah, I do have some thoughts on it. Okay, so we do have a potential double div forming here, potentially. And we also can see that from all the way back here to our present day, that we have had the momentum waves and the money flow getting higher as Bitcoin has put in this lower low. This potentially, there's two ways I'm looking at this now. And this is not something that I'm actively trading in like a swing trade. And the reason why I'm not trading this like a swing trade is because when I take swing trades, when I take swing trades, right, if you have gone through the course and you've gone through my comprehensive swing trading tutorial, right, you know that when I'm looking for swing trades, I'm looking to long key areas of support. The reason why I'm not taking this bull div as seriously right now is because we're not at a key area of support. The key level of support is below us, right? So of course we could reverse here, but for me, this is not a key level of support. This is not a key level. And so I'm kind of almost looking at this as we've already played out these divs, and now this bearish divergence has kind of put in a new cycle, right? Because it's pretty rare that we will get bullish daily divs like this and then immediately get something as bearish. I mean, have you ever seen something more bearish than this? I have not. I have not. You know, like, look at how much more meat there is around this Mammaramus than there is around this Minimus, right? The Mammary Maximus and the Mammary Minimus over here. This was a very, very bearish top signal up here. Extremely bearish. Like I said, I haven't really seen anything like that. Even at 69K, we didn't see. Like, let's just circle this on the daily. Look at the 12-hour. Money flow and momentum getting lower. Triple divergence, the 4-hour. Look at the money flow on the 4-hour. Sheesh, man. So it just seems to me that the bull divs tried to play out and didn't, which is even more bearish to me. Of course, I could be wrong, but could be another instance of what happened at this old range, right? What happened at this old range here? We saw that we did, in fact, get the bullish divergence on the daily. Very, very, very bullish looking. Actually, was this a divergence on the daily? I could have sworn that we did get a div on the daily. Did we get a div on the daily? Div on the daily, div on the daily. Crap, no, we didn't. Wow. Where did we get a div on the daily? I could have sworn we had a div on the daily somewhere. Well, I'm wrong. We didn't get a div, but we definitely got this directional stuff here, and we got a little move up, and then it would just fell right back down. So it's kind of how I'm looking at this here as well. And we have to, you know, even though, like, I'm not a fundamental trader, it's still a technical thing that literally the market capitalization of Bitcoin plummeted like crazy because of this whole FTX thing. So there's literally less money in Bitcoin right now than there was a few weeks ago. So that in and of itself, plus this massive SBF man boob, is just looking not so bullish to me. Not so bullish. Should I look at the 2-week Bitcoin chart? We have a 12-day yellow X right now. I know we have a daily yellow X. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's look back at the 2-week Bitcoin chart here and see what's up. Right. Honestly, that looks pretty bearish to me. The 2-week looks pretty bearish to me. The reason why I say that is because the money flow, it's looking like it wants to cross below that zero line. And we have a yellow X on the 2-week. Wow. Be prepared for some volatility, y'all. Be prepared for some volatility. You know, those of us who are sticking through this, we are going to come out on the other end, and we're going to come out strong on the other end. Because I'm convinced that crypto's not going anywhere. It's sticking around, right? Even with this whole CBDC thing going on, right? We've got the Federal Reserve releasing a report saying that they're either going to use the existing blockchain infrastructure or run their system parallel to the existing blockchain infrastructure. And I'm of the opinion, and I hold to a theory that cryptocurrency in itself is probably not created by anarcho-capitalists who hate central banks. It probably was created by central banks and governments as a beta run for the real deal, right? Just like how the internet was created by DARPA. And for a while, the internet was a great place, full of decentralization and freedom, until eventually it became a place where you can't say certain things or you get Canceled. So yeah. I forgot to show the 2 weekly chart. My bad, guys. Yeah, 2 weekly looks bearish here. 2 weekly money flow crossing down. And if we turn on market cipher, A, yellow X on the weekly. So be prepared for some volatility, guys. Right? I don't really trade yellow X's on the 2 weekly. But man, last time we had a yellow X, wow, last time we had a yellow X, we were pretty dang close to the bottom of a bear market back in 2015. We were pretty dang close, guys. Pretty dang close. Yellow X actually gave us a pump on the 2 week. Interesting. Yellow X gave us a pump on the 2 week back in 2015. Let's see if we got any more questions in the chat, you know? Let's see if we can answer some questions. Yeah, the halvening is not until May 2024, says Brian Miller. The stock market has not bottomed yet. We still have some time. How do I trade the yellow X's? Pab Bap wants to know, how do I trade the yellow X's? The way I personally trade yellow X's, my friend, is on lower term time frames, right? So let's go to the 6-minute time frame here. Or maybe the 3-minute time frame. Or maybe the 1-minute time frame. Do we get any yellow X's? Typically, when I am looking to trade yellow X's, I'm looking to long a V-shaped recovery, right? So when I see a whole bunch of yellow X's and we're coming down to a major area of support, that's where I look to take a long. So for example, this was actually a long trade that I took last week from let's see, where did I take that long from last week? Actually, it's way back on the chart. Wow. Whew. Where did I long from? Where did we take the long? I guess. Oh man, now I forget where I took the long from, guys. I'm pretty sure actually I longed the retest right here. Yeah, I took a long from here, guys. Took a long from right here. You know, I took an epic long from here. If anyone was here, I took an epic long from right there. Gave the level in the morning in advance in the VIP Discord. And by the way, if you want to join the VIP Discord where we give the setups, like that juicy long that played out to the dollar, and this juicy short that played out to the dang dollar, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's not a signals group, guys. It's an educational community. But the traders in the group are some of the best in the world, in my opinion. So, yeah, the yellow X's. Let's take a look at what I would have been looking for there. I look for yellow X's when we dump, and we're dumping into support, because typically that will tell us that there's manipulation there, and the whales are trying then to reverse the price after getting everybody to FOMO into a certain direction. And we don't see it here, guys. So I can't really find a good example of how I would use the yellow X's. But if you're waiting for a CDW or something, those yellow X's are a good thing. Because that means you're going to get a volatile move. A volatile move. Alright, so here we are actually coming down to the retest. Let's go back to Bybit. we put in our low here. So on Bybit, if we're gonna bounce from here, guys, what we want to do is we want to put a box right here, and this is the bounce box, right? This is the bounce box. We're gonna bounce from this box here, guys. Let's check out what's happening here on an order flow chart. Yeah, nothing too crazy actually is happening here. Yeah, nothing too wild like what we would want to see actually. We might. We want to come down into this zone here, 16,120. We want to see a lot of shorts opening. We want to see them getting trapped in there. But actually, we actually, what we do see here is we actually see some bearish absorption. We see some bearish absorption up here. When we put in this lower high, we saw longs getting absorbed up there. So, low volume in general here. Let's check it out. I mean, yeah, we have low volume in general, right? We have like 200,000 volume candles. This one was higher volume, but it was mostly trades closing out. We had a lot of shorts closing out here. Actually, let me refresh the screen because it looks like this is not loading properly. Yeah, this 2.5 volume candle right here. Let's put on some volume. Yeah, we see a little spike in volume in this candle, but it was mostly positions closing out. But wow, you know, we could see on this move down, we had a lot of shorts opening up. A lot of people shorted here. Most of those shorts have closed out now. Yeah, pretty much most of those shorts have closed out. We have a we did have some shorts trapped down here when we first put in that wick. Now there's actually very few left. They've actually all closed out their positions. Let's come back to, let's put on our VWAP. Okay, so look at this. Interesting. We have got our daily open, and as soon as we got our daily open, we immediately claimed the VWAP, and now we are coming down. And this, honestly, yeah, this is a make it or break zone. Like if we don't hold this box, I think we come lower. I think we come lower if we don't hold this box between 16,115 and 16,182. This is the box that has to be held here. This is the retest area, right? This is like where we look for longs if we miss this, right? We're looking at this as a potential range here, with the high of the range up here and the low of the range right here, right? Tap number one. This was the fake out with the bullish divergence for the CDW. And then the retest, we want to retest that support, coming right back to that original low, right into the golden pocket 786 for a move to the upside. And we would, sorry, I had to cough, you know, probably a touch of the vid 19, Vidco 91, as I call it. We've all got a little Vidco in us, right? Hungry, tired, thirsty, those are all symptoms of Vidco 91. Better get tested, right? Better get tested because, you know, for some reason a test will change your life. You know, can't do anything about it. You know, if you know you have Vidco 91 and you get tested, there's nothing you can do about it, right? There's no cure. But you still better get tested. It will change your life, make everything better. You know? We're seeming to get a little move from the VWAP here. Shout out to Luis Rivera. What is good, bro? So John Lux thinks ETH is going down. We'll take a look at ETH. Shout out to Super Googly. What is going on, Super Googly? Yeah, shout out to Error Random. Yeah, the test should fix you up right away. AZTV's feeling like some Wingstop. Legends have it. Do I wait for a change of character before I enter trades? I can't believe you set limits and hope and pray they don't stop you out. Oh, I don't set limits, my friend. I mean, I do sometimes. But most of the time I don't. Right? Shout out to Miguel, who's getting jabbed with the juice right now. Shout out to Robert Bonar. That's right, guys. Test and retest the like button. And Tony C is craving peanut oil fried chicken tenders, homemade fries. Thanks a lot, Bud Light. Yeah, I typically mark it in, Legends have it. Shout out to Hugh. Jesus. Yo, what's going on, Hugh? Chicken wings are good for the soul. I'll tell you something, guys. When you raise your own chickens, it gives you a new appreciation for chicken wings. Because, you realize that when you go out to a restaurant and you order 6-piece or 12-piece, let's say you order a 12-piece chicken wing, man, that's 6 chickens. 6 chickens, man. When you raise chickens, when you're cutting the heads off your own chickens, it really makes you appreciate those chicken wings a little bit more, let me tell you. You treasure those things, right? You're definitely not going to leave any meat on the bones when you eat your own chicken's chicken wings, right? You poured your heart and soul into that chicken. You know what I'm saying? You woke up early in the morning, all spring, to feed that dang chicken. You know what I'm saying? You cared for that dang chicken. When it got out of the chicken run, you stayed up late all night with a flashlight looking for that dang chicken. You know? You're not going to leave any meat on the bones. And you're definitely not going to use non-organic hot sauce. Right? You put too much work into it. So, shout out to Legends Have It. Shout out to Mardano. Shout out to Dylan Waves. What about omelets? 4 liquid chickens in an omelet? Yeah. 4-hour blood diamond, I hear. Let's check it out. Let's check out the 4-hour blood diamond. Guys, make sure to like the video. We got 400 people in here. 200 likes. Let's see if we can get as many likes as viewers. That would change my life forever. We're coming down into the bounce box. Let's check out the 4-hour. 4-hour blood diamond, I hear. I don't see it. Maybe it's on Hike and a She. Let's check out Hike and a She's. No, but ugh, who the heck uses red and green candles? Ugh, man, I hate red and green. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Alright, so we're deep in the bounce box, guys. And let me tell you what we're not doing. Not bouncing. But this 786, this is the make it or break it level, guys. 786. 3 of my favorite numbers to say in Espanol. The sister of 6 Juanita. Check out the Uno minute here. I said let's check out the Uno minute here, TradingView. Come on, TradingView. What's going on? What is going on? Oof, we lost our bounce box. Yeah, that's not looking bullish, guys. It's not looking bullish. We do have some shorts opening here. Let's wait and see if anything bullish does occur. We've got some shorts opening, some longs closing. Oof. Okay, that is a massive drop to the downside there. Wow. Whole bunch of longs just got wrecked on that one. All right, let's check out our... Whoa! Okay. So the only other area that honestly I would be interested in right now is this right here. That's wild, huh? That is wild. Alright, let's check that out again. Let's check out the 1 minute. Getting a big blue candle. Let's check out the 12 minute actually. Wow, look at that, guys. Another bullish div on the 12 minute though. Let's check out the 6 minute. Still honestly do still have some bull divs here. I'm not longing it, just so you know, but we still do see bullish divs here. And I'm not longing it because I don't have a level here. But if I did have a level here, I would probably look for a bounce. But I don't have a level, so I don't trade like that. I don't scalp non-levels. Yeah, the next two levels I'm looking for to the downside would be these two right here. So let's see if we can get down to those levels. Yeesh. Yeesh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on, guys? Someone in the chat, let me know. Or there's some kind of crazy news. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish up in here. Shout out to 10Su, aka Crypto Bugs, who says 30-minute yellow X just popped. Interesting. It's reckless to think about going long right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm always thinking about going long when we're dumping, but that's the thing. Like, for me, it's like, I'm a scalper, man, so I'm always in that mentality. If I have a level and I have a div and I have a good risk-reward setup, I go for it. So, in these areas, right, I mean, if we're looking at this as a sideways range, okay, this trade setup right here, if we see confirmation at these levels, it has a good risk-to-reward ratio. If we're only risking 1.5 to 3, I usually risk like 0.5 to 1.5% of my account per trade. This is a 5, almost 6 to 1 risk reward. I could take, you know, the way I trade is probably more like a 2.5, 3 to 1 risk reward. I could take, you know, 3 losses of a trade setup like this and then make it all back on that 4th trade, because it's good risk reward. And objectively speaking, if we're looking at this as a sideways range, there's no reason why we shouldn't be looking for longs at the low of this range, right? If everyone's expecting lower, yeah, even if we get lower, we might do something like this first, right? Just to fake everyone out. So that's the way you gotta. Crap, I'm not even showing my chart, am I? I'm not showing my chart, am I? Crap. Dang it. What I was trying to say, guys, is if you're looking for trade setups like this, this is a good risk to reward ratio, okay? Meaning that you could take multiple losses. If you're risking 0.5 to 1.5% of your account per trade, you could take multiple losses if you have a reason to long, I'm saying, right? It's all about risk management, sticking to a strategy, and if you're a scalper and you're trading these small ranges, that's the way you got to do it. You got to do it. You do it even if things look bearish. You long short, right? I've taken 2 longs in this range so far here, and they were both good trades. So they were both good trades. Looks like we're getting a little bounceroni and cheese up in here. A little small bounceroni and cheese up in here. Hang on. All right. Yellow X on the 1 hour just popped. Interesting. We got a yellow X on the daily. I'm so optimistic for long. Look, guys, so look, if anyone's new to the channel, okay, I'm a scalper and a day trader. Okay, so what that means is, you know, we're trading on low time frames, right? There's plenty of longs and shorts always to be taken. Doesn't matter bull market or bear market. The reason is because price is always trading sideways. If we identify sideways ranges and we look to long the low of the range and short the high of the range, you would be surprised that most of the time that works. And if you have confirmations on market cipher or whatever indicator you use, that works. And here's why it works. It's because there's more upward potential than downward potential, right? If I had to pick a trade right now, it would not be short because I'm looking at the context of this little range right here. All right, I'm not going to take a short right here. That's just not my style. I will wait until we come up higher so I can short from the high, right? If we come down lower and I see something bullish like Sam Bankman-Fried's man boobs, right? Because apparently living in the Bahamas doing drugs and having orgies causes your mammary glands to get larger on the left hand side but not on the right hand. But if I see this, I get very bullish at the low of the range for a potential move back up to the high of the range, right? From the low to the high of the range, that's all we do, right? Let's say we come down, we take out this low, bullish divergence, come back up, take up the high, bearish divergence, and then we get our breakdown. Well, guess what? That means we can long for a nice 10% move, and then we could short, you know? So it's just like, I'm not saying that I'm going to long here. I'm just saying that's why I'm contemplating longs, right? So I'm contemplating longs. But really the juiciest area I'm looking at is the area that we had at the beginning of the stream, right, where we were looking at those higher term time frames, saying like, you know, basically, well, we have to go to a different chart, but really, this whole zone down here is the next major area for me, right? If we come back, if that's the thing. Speaking of sideways ranges, buying low and selling high, you know. This now is going to be the next major low because it's a retest of these highs. If we come back into here, then we can look to short a retest back down to the 3K low. It's, you know, that's how you have to view the market. You have to view it as a sideways market. Sideways market, buy low, sell high, and you'll do all right. You'll do all right. You'll do all right. Good risk management. Good risk management. Your TA may be flawed when someone's unloading $250,000 ETH just saying, yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, there's trades to be taken. There's always trades to be taken. So, and if you know, and that's another good thing about trading, right? You get to decide when and if you trade. You get to decide when and if you take a trade. But as a trader, I'm always looking and contemplating and planning. Always. You got to stay one step ahead. Shout out to Memory Man in the chat. He's thinking maybe 8 to 9K. Yeah, man. Am I aware of the daily at 15,870? Let me see if I'm aware of that daily. Do we have a daily at 15,870? Oh, really? I don't see it, man. No, I'm not aware of it. Is it old? Super old? I don't have it on my Chiznart anymore. Yeah, definitely the 9K area, man. We have so much juicy goodness. So much juicy goodness around 9K. I mean, 9K has so much juicy goodness. And, you know, even when we just look at 9K from a, without the juicy goodness on the chart, right? Let's go back in time. Man, 9K is looking juicy as heck. High volume node. And also, like, we have this low right here. Just take that low real quick. Smash right into the high volume node. Support resistance flip. You know, that could be nice. That could be nice. That 9K is looking pretty dang juice. It's looking pretty dang juice. Shout out to Brian Miller. Shout out to Hollandaise. 15,816 for a bounce. I'm not long, Jeffrey. I'm not long right in this moment. I am not long. Like I said, like the next two areas that I'm looking for longs are gonna be. I mean, I could see why someone would long this if you are long. So don't let me take you away from your plan. If you have a plan, you know, stick to your plan. But for me, now that we've lost this low, the next low I'm looking at is 15.7, and then of course the 15.3 area. But then lower, like, you know, once we lose this range, lower. So for right now, I'm not really looking for anything until we come a tad bit lower here. Let's see what's happening here on an order flow chart. Big decrease of open interest. Wow. Shorts and longs getting wrecked. Longs getting wrecked big time. Big spike in volume, you know. Good old Asia loves to dump the market. Yo, Icy Wieners. What's going on, Icy Wieners? Shout out to Brian Miller, who shouts out to Jason Casper. Gerald Scott says 9K would be a moonshot for the next wave, perhaps. Shout out to Robert Bonar. Yeah, guys, let's get some likes on this video. We got 400 people in here, only 300 likes. Addis or Exo? Exo is what I use. Shout out to Aladdin. Shout out to Sato. Confirmed yellow X on the 24 minute. Let's check out the 24 minute. Wow. Sheesh, guys. We are dumping down. Sheesh. Wow, confirmed yellow X on the 24 minute. I'm looking at that 15.7 area. Did I set an alert there? Yeah, I did. That'd be the next area I would look for a potential long. I do have to say, though, 24 minute looks kind of bearish with the money flow. Yo, shout out to Crypto Face. Just got back from buying some firewood. And yay. What's going on, man? Good stream earlier, bro. Shout out to Derek D. Didn't Bitcoin top about this date last year? Bitcoin topped November 11th. November 11th, 2021. I remember it like it was yesterday. All right, look at this. You know, we got a 1 minute. Uneven man boob here for Sam Bankman-Fried. Got the momentum waves getting higher as the price is getting lower there. See these boobies in action, guys. Those Bahamidian man boobies. Right? If we're looking to short, take them upside down. Check out our 6 minute. 6 minute honestly has a bull div on it. And the 12 minute technically has a bull div on it too. Let's see. Let's check out that 1 hour yellow X. Yeesh. Guys, be prepared for some serious volatility this week. We got the daily yellow X. We got the 2 week yellow X. Got some crazy stuff on these charts. Just be prepared for some crazy volatility. Am I working out my legs for 6 Juanita? Nah, I never train legs. Never train legs. Do I still DCA? Of course I DCA, Super Googly. I'm DCAing this whole way down, man. You know, taking the Michael Saylor route. Just sold my business to buy some Bitcoin. Shout out to Crypto Gary. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, bro. He says, appreciate the live on Sunday night, Jason. Not gonna fib. I kind of want to see the next leg down. Life-changing money to be made, possibly. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. If we get another leg to the downside here. Should we check out Ethereum? Let's check out Ethereum. ETH is dumping. People are dumping billions of dollars of ETH. FTX got hacked. ETH is getting hacked. ETH pretty much in the same boat as the corn, guys. You know, we've got some bullish divs here on ETH. But it's dumping. It's pretty much in the same boat as Bitcoin, guys. You know, I was saying about ETH earlier that basically ETH is right now trading in this sideways range. If we lose these lows right here, we need to be prepared for a move down to first $450, because on the weekly time frame for ETH, this order block right here that we had from December 2020 has already been tapped into, right? The liquidity has already been grabbed from that order block. So the next major order block that we have is from November 2020. And so we have this really nice weekly level support resistance flip weekly order block right here. If we lose that, then we are looking to come back down to trade the old range, which is ranging between $90 and about $300, guys. So $300 is a major support resistance flip for ETH. $300 ETH, in my opinion, is equivalent to like, I mean, if Bitcoin's retesting its 2019 high, then that's like a 13K Bitcoin is a $300 Ethereum. So just be prepared for that big move down. I mean, when we look at the monthly chart for Ethereum, guys, we ain't got nothing. I said when we look at the monthly chart, aha, there we go. Thank you, TradingView. When we look at the monthly chart, guys, we ain't got nothing. Until with that $450 area, we have that monthly order block type deal thing. Yeah, we ain't got nothing. It's a smooth move down, y'all. Smooth move down. Yeah, we got some low time frame bull divs for sure, guys. Yep. DXY is bullish. Yeah, let's check out the DXY for a second here. DXY found support on a weekly level. DXY found support. Look at this nice rounded bottom on the DXY here. DXY definitely got some 12-hour SBF boobies, and let's look at the weekly candle on the dollar. It looks kind of bullish, although you know we have to admit that you know we did get some bear divs here, but we didn't really see that money flow given. I mean, maybe it's hard to say. This could be pretty bullish. This could be bullish for the dollar right here. Getting a tight trigger wave like this down here with the money flow so thick in the verde, aka azul, because you know I make my colors purple and blue, as should you. But yeah, dollar's bouncing from a weekly level. We see this liquidity right here came down, zoop, got the pop. So heck yeah, Morpheus, I am expecting a lot of volatility this week. And the reason I'm expecting so much volatility this week is because we have yellow X's on these high time frames, the 2 week, and those things definitely give some volatility in general. After Vitalik is indicted, you'll buy some Ethereum, huh? Should you look for longs after the 4th or 5th yellow X, Wendell? Well, I forget Crypto Face's strategy, his yellow X strategy, but the way I use the yellow X's is I just look for them in general when I'm coming to a specific level. I use them for sniper entries. It's just an added confluence. When I see a whole bunch of yellow X's and I'm coming down to a level that I'm looking at, that gives me confidence to long the level. Because if there's manipulation and we're getting a super fast dump to a super juicy area of support, of course you have to look at market cipher B as well to see if you've got what you're looking for. And yeah, baby, I'm looking for this. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Caroline. You know you love these uneven man boobies. Drives her wild, you know? She definitely doesn't use a stop loss when she's dealing with good old SBF, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so Crypto Face does 4 yellow X's. 4 yellow X's is Crypto Face's strategy. Ralph Benjamin, why are you so scared, man? Don't be scared. Yeah, Crypto Gary, tomorrow morning it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time tomorrow. This whole week, I hope this week's going to be good. I thought last week was going to be good, and you know, I ended up... I think I took one trade last week, and it was like the retest from that low. Took one long, just holding my shorts. Well, just still holding a short, hoping we come lower here. It's pretty much the only trade I'm in right now. But let's check out actually what's going on here. What do we got going on here? Had a whole bunch of shorts open up here and then be like, just kidding. We did see some slight absorption of shorts here. We saw shorts get absorbed here. Yeah, it looks like we might get a retracement, guys. We'll probably get a retracement here. The reason I say we'll probably get a retracement here is because, you know, we come down to these lower time frames and we see the uneven butt cheeks, the SBF boobies. I mean, they do give you retracements, even if they're small. But after a big move down like this, I'd be surprised if we don't get some kind of retracement. Maybe like a back test of this here, at least a back test of these lows at 16,100, or maybe up to these 16,300-ish. You know, we've had a long time now to create this sideways range that we've broken down from. So if we do get a retracement, guys, then really, if I was looking to get into a short right now, what I would do is I would look for a move up to, let's see if we have a good confluence here. Oh, you can't get more beautiful than that. This right here is the short zone for me. This is where I would short. If I had just come to this chart now and was coming up with a plan for the day, I would want to short this box right here. A retest of 16.4 to 16.6. Yeah, look at this, man. We have BitBoy butt cheeks on the 12-minute. BitBoy butt cheeks on the 12-minute. Yeah, BitBoy butt cheeks on the 12-minute. And we might get BitBoy butt cheeks on the 24-minute too. And you guys know BitBoy butt cheeks are no joke. BitBoy butt cheeks on the 12-minute. This gives us a move to the upside, guys. I would say that we're going to get a move up from here. BitBoy butt cheeks. Some BitBoy butt cheeks on the 12-minute. Potential 24-minute BitBoy butt cheeks. Let's see what we can get right here. Let's see here. Let's see. I love me some BitBoy butt cheeks. CryptoFace says we all know Billy wants to long it right now. I do, man. I do. But I want to wait and see what happens if we come back to this little box here. If I get an opportunity. Have I seen BitBoy going after Kevin O? I have not. Man, BitBoy butt cheeks though on the 12. If we come back down for retest, I think I'm gonna probably schlong this. And if not, then I'll have to let her ride on without me. We got some longs coming in. Lots of liquidations down at this low. Look at all these people that got wrecked down here. And honestly, we got some trap shorts down here as well. Few of them, few of them, few of them. Dang. Looks like this is going to be the one that got away, guys. That's okay. Let's get a red dot. Let's get a 1 minute red dot. Oh, nice. We do have a CME gap. We have a CME gap. Interesting. Do I have a limit order set at the golden pocket? No, I do not. I do not. I would mark it in. Or maybe I'll set one if we come back down there and I see what I want to see. But honestly, yeah, I mean, I think it looks kind of good. I think it looks kind of good. Dang. It's the one that got away, guys. It's the one that got away. This is looking kind of good, right? I'd say this looks kind of good. This is what I would want to see if I was looking for a scalp trade. Come down. Come up. Higher high from this high. So now, if we get that retracement, like this is what I would want to see. For a scalp only, guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? So please, please, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Right? But it is actually late, guys. I should probably go to bed because I have a very busy day of trading tomorrow. And tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern Time, there is the VIP live stream that I'm going to be doing. And then I'm probably going to be going live after that publicly. And then I'm going live with Tom Crown tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be a packed day. So with that being said, guys, I actually am going to head out. But God bless all of you. Shout out to Mustafa, who longed the tap daily from what he learned in the course. That's legit. Yeah, guys, if you want to check out the course, JasonCasperTrading.com. Check it out. Also, if you want to join the VIP Discord, Patreon.com/JasonCasper. Alright, guys, I'm going to head out. Blessings to everybody in the name of the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus. Receive this blessing, y'all. The purpose of this blessing is that the Creator God would place His name upon you and bless you. And it goes like this in Hebrew: Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which means in English, may the Lord bless and protect you. May He shine His light upon you, and may He have grace upon you. And may He turn His face towards you and give you wholeness. In the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Do pray everyone is super blessed, and I'll see y'all in the next stream and or video.